Hi everyone, I'm Jacqueline, and I'm going to do this thought of the day about being a survivor. I had a tweet today on Twitter about being a survivor and the cost of war on military families. A lot of it centered around that, and a lot of it centered around mainly being a survivor and what it's like and what it does to you. And I got a lot of questions through Messenger and otherwise, asking me if I was okay and was I safe. And yes, I'm okay and I'm safe. I still have an adult child that is affected by that, but I don't really want to go into that because, well, I just don't. And but I wanted to talk to you about some of my experiences with that. One of the main things that's been important to me is, and has helped me heal, is being able to help others who are going through similar experiences or who maybe know someone who's going through that experience, helping them find help. And what I found while I was going through this very long, it started out in like 96, 95, 96, and it didn't end, and really it's still kind of an ongoing thing, but my divorce didn't finalize until 2012, and there was a lot of legal abuse even after that. He was using the courts to manipulate me and to terrorize me and my children and hurt people I loved. So it's just a very long experience, and I can't really go into all of it right now, but one of the things that helped me was being able to help other people to find the resources that they needed, because especially at the beginning, the internet was not really a big thing back then, and I was cut off from access from a lot of it, so I didn't really have a place to get help. I went to counselors, and I went to bishops, and I went to police, and I went to the military police, and higher up officers, neighbors and friends, and I kept getting doors shut in my face. Some people didn't believe me because he was such a nice guy, is what they would say. And some people didn't want to get involved because they were afraid it would affect their family or their career because they were in the military as well. Some people just didn't know what to do, and they felt inept, and so they kind of just, backed away, thinking it wasn't their problem, and so it just kept going, and some people intentionally thwarted my attempts to get to safety and my attempts to get out of this situation for a very long time. I had family and friends who turned their back on me and couldn't or wouldn't help me. But anyways, like I said, there weren't a lot of resources, and I would buy books whenever I could, by the dozens, trying to find help, and I blamed myself a lot, and that helped perpetuate it. He had broken me down pretty badly, and I believed a lot of the things that he said, and so I didn't get help as quick as I could have, and a lot of times there just wasn't help. People say, why don't you get out? And sometimes you can't. There's literally no way out. He was threatening me, he was threatening my kids, he was threatening to take my son if I left, and he had the money and the power to do that, and I was absolutely terrified all the time. So anyways, nowadays you can go on the internet and you can find solutions, and you can find self-help groups, and you can find support groups, and you can find resources and programs. But back in the day, I had to go and try to find things through word of mouth, and that just wasn't getting where I needed. And anytime I did find a little bit of help and I would go home hopeful, he'd somehow find a way to cut that off, either by sticking his lawyers on the person that was trying to help me, or threatening me, or some other way, moving me. There's all kinds of things that he did, cutting me off from, access to the outside world. So anyways, I just want you to know that if you're suffering from abuse, there's so many things, so many people that can help you. And if you're struggling through it and you're trying to find a way out, I don't want you to punish yourself, because I know you're doing the best you can. And if you see someone who's going through something that maybe you don't understand, I hope you'll look into it a little bit further, because a victim doesn't always act the way you expect them to. They don't always, you can't always see the bruises, you can't always see the pain that they're going through. You can't always see the effects, and they don't always look timid or shy. Some are outgoing, some are outspoken, some joke and laugh and then go home and right back to the abuse. So I want you to really pay attention to those around you, because it's really rampant, and I think it's gotten worse under this climate. So with Trump and all the hate that he's spewing, I feel like women especially, and men go through this too, but women especially kind of become targets, and there's just like this atmosphere of being able to abuse people, and so I hope that you'll try to help those around you, and I'll try to talk to you about this more in future episodes. I'm going to drop some resources into this hopefully by tomorrow, some links and things of places you can go for help. If you do need help, you can leave me a message. You can leave me a message on Twitter, you can email me if you have my email, or you can leave a message in this post, and I'll try to get back to you with an answer. Anyways, so I hope that this helped you think a little bit. I'm gonna try to put this in book form, and in my on my blog in an article form. I'm trying to find a publisher for the book. I know you can self-publish, but honestly, I just don't have the time. So I'm hoping that I can find a publisher that might be able to help with that. So if you know someone, send them my way. Anyways, God bless. Have a wonderful night. Bye.